Good morning, Year 6. I hope that you're all safe and well and you had a fantastic day yesterday, had a great Monday, and that you enjoyed dividing your decimals by 10, 100 and 1,000. And you also planned your monster report. How did you get on with that? I hope you did really well. I hope you enjoyed that as well. So, Tuesday today. What are we doing today? Well, in maths today, we are still carrying on with our decimals work, but what we are doing today is we're doing multiplication of decimals, and we're looking at multiplication of decimals with integers. Okay, now we've spoken about integers before in our fractions topic, so you should know what an integer is. And yes, you're shouting it at me, I can hear you. It's a whole number, okay? So we are multiplying decimals by integers. So, what I want you to do is I want you to look at the White Rose link and watch that really carefully. Now, that's going to give you visualisation of how you multiply decimals with integers. But as always, I want to give you a Miss Lawson way of doing it. So there's the way that the White Rose is looking at it, okay? And it's exactly the same as the way that I'm going to show you now. It's just a different strategy. So you get the same answer. You're doing the same thing, but it's slightly different. And when you are doing this multiplication, it's a quick way of working it out, all right? Now, you will remember that I have told you this already when we've looked at skills checks and when we've gone over last year's skills. So it's not going to be anything really different for you. So you should be able to do this very well. Okay, so I have got an example here, okay? We have got 3.3 multiplied by 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this like a normal multiplication, okay? I am going to ignore that decimal point to start with. All right, so just pretend it's 33 multiplied by 3, okay? So just ignore that decimal point. We're not going to do anything with that decimal point yet, okay? So, oh, sorry, my hair's going in my eyes. So we're going to do 3 multiplied by 3, first of all, is 9. And then 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. Easy peasy, 99, okay? But then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the point 3, okay? 3.3. Okay, and we're going to count how many places that decimal point's in, and it's 1, isn't it? There's just 1 decimal place there. So in the answer, we're going to count 1 decimal place and pop it in there. So you do the multiplication, ignore that decimal. 33 times 3 is 99, and then you count that 1 place. If there was 2 places there, you'd count 2 and you'd pop it in 2. If there was 3, you'd count 3 and you'd pop it in 3. Does that make sense? We've done this before, so you should remember that we've done this before, okay? Here's another one, okay? So here we've got 1.50, okay? And we're multiplying that by 5. Now, it's really important in this case that we keep that 0 on there. I know that we talk about it being a placeholder, but we are keeping that 0 on there just so that I can talk you through this, okay? So we say 5 multiplied by 0 is, of course, 0. 5 multiplied by 5 is 25, okay? And we carry that 2. And then 1 times 5 is 5, plus the 2 is 7. Notice I have not mentioned the decimal point because I'm ignoring it. I don't want to see it for now, okay? But what we are going to do now is we are going to count how many places that decimal point is. 1, 2. So we need to pop it back in, don't we? 1, 2. There we go. So we've counted those decimal places. There's 2 there, those decimal places there, and there's 2 there as well. You got it, Year 6. So, like I said, look at the White Rose hub, okay, and follow that. And you will see the visual process, okay, of looking at those decimals being multiplied, okay? 3 lots of a decimal. But then there's this way as well that's really important for you to do, okay? So it's just the formal method of multiplication, and you just ignore that decimal to start with and then pop it back in, count those places. All right? Brilliant, Year 6. And I know, because I get told you like Miss Lawson's way sometimes. Okay, brilliant. Okay. I'm excited. It is time in English for you to write your monster report. Oh, wow, exciting times. All right. So, yesterday you planned your monster report. So, you did activity 8 and you did the planning. And we spoke yesterday, didn't we, about the fact that you could find your own titles there. All right. So, it might look slightly different to the one that we've got in the example. But that is super duper, that's fine, okay? What you're going to do today is activity 9 and 10, all right? Now, activity 9 is talking through your plan. This is what we usually call editing. I think it's a really great idea if you actually verbalise, you talk through your plan with a member of your house. So whether it's a parent, whoever's there, a sibling, anybody at all, just talk through your plan. Say, I'm writing this monster report, and what do you think? Because for 2 reasons we're going to do that. Because it might make you see things that you could add and you think, oh, I don't want to do that, but I want to do this. It's great. But also having that feedback from another person, and they might make suggestions of things that you could change, things that you could get better. Please don't suggest how to scare me even more. I don't want that. Nothing more scary, please. But it's a real great way of editing your work and getting feedback and discussing it and getting really excited about what you're going to do. Okay, so first of all, do that. You might have spoken about it already. I'm sure a lot of you already have, but do that for me today. And then we've got activity 10, which is where you're going to write your plan. Okay, write your report, okay? So there's lots of things that is really important to remember here, okay? I want you to go back through. If you've got the booklet printed off, that's fine. Go back to the PowerPoint. Go back through and reread everything, okay? Just to get your mind really fresh. Now, I told you to do that yesterday as well, so I'm sure you did yesterday. But remember, fantastic vocabulary here for you to use, and you looked at the meanings of those because you're going to be an expert writing about your monster, aren't you? So also you've got the example. Now it's really great because you can magpie ideas from an example. So have a look at that. All the time, have your plan in front of you. Write ideas down. If you find anything extra, fantastic words. That's what we do with our purple pen, isn't it? When we edit our work and we change it, yeah? So if you've got a different coloured pen, brilliant. Or it's the same colour pen, it doesn't matter. Write that vocabulary in, add it to your plan. Have a look at this example. Is there anything in there that you'd like to add or magpie or borrow? Okay, and then we've got the toolkit here. So this is just reminding you, looking at the text, this is just reminding you about the features, and this is really important because I want you to remember all of the features that you're going to include. So keep that at the front of your mind, okay? So can you remember, hook that reader, get me in, I want to read more, please. Okay, sound like an expert, use that fantastic language, all right? Interest your reader. Fascinating facts, warnings, advice. Those are those titles. Okay. Organise your ideas. This is important as well. Those wonderful topic sentences that we've been practicing, that you've been doing so well at, okay? And using evidence. In an expert's opinion, this, okay? So you're really going to focus on those language features. Make sure you've got a thesaurus or a dictionary nearby, or you can do it on your computer as well. Use brilliant terminology and use this to help you. So you can go through, and we've got our topic sentences, we've got formal language. Remember, I want you to use formal language in your report. And then you've got your labelled diagram, which you have done already, so you can describe. Now, if you want to draw another picture of it at the end, labelled, that's absolutely fine. But I want you to really focus on your writing first of all, okay? And then we go back to the plan. Now, so on here it just says about the things that
that we want you to use, all right? And those are the things that I've just gone back through. So look at your work, look at this, look at all of the resources that you've got and build on it. And like I say, scribble ideas on your plan, you know, like we do at school all of the time. Get those ideas down, because it's going to make it a lot easier for you to write your report, okay? So have an absolutely fantastic time writing your report. I am so excited about reading these, and I'm really hoping that we're going to be together really soon again, year 6. So we'll be able to share these as well as a class. That was just my absolute dream, that when we get back together, we'll be able to share all of your fantastic, super writing together. All right, so have a great time doing that. So that's this morning's activities. This afternoon we've got PSHE, all right? So as always, we are looking at doing the right thing, okay? And we are looking at, when we get ourselves into tricky situations, what we can do to get out of these, and think of strategies that you could use to make positive choices. Now, you are all absolutely brilliant at making positive choices and the right choices. So there's going to be some scenarios on the PowerPoint for you to look at, and for you to think about what you would do in that situation, how you can make the right choice. So I know that you're going to be superb at that. Now, you can either write your ideas down, but like I always say, in PSHE, what the wonderful thing is having great discussions. So if there is anyone at home that you could talk to about these, please do. That would be fantastic. But if not, don't worry, just write your ideas down, email them to me so I can have a look. All right, so that is Tuesday done and dusted. One more thing, on the home learning page, I forgot to mention it yesterday, Mr. Pennicut's added some more decimal work, okay, into the Education City. All right, so if you want to do a little bit more decimal work, just log on to Education City and have a look at that. All right, so have a wonderful Tuesday, and I will speak to you tomorrow morning. Enjoy everything that you do today. All right, take care, lots of love, bye bye.